Do you think that climate change has kind of been almost a non-issue in a lot of American elections? Do you see this as a signal that maybe there's room for Democrats to start talking about it more?
Well, when I ran for governor, I ran on a clean energy platform, first time ever, and it's something I've talked about every single day. Virginia is the second most, Hampton Roads, Virginia is the second most accessible region in America. New Orleans and then Hampton Roads. Sea level rise will wipe out $92 billion of assets in Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. We have the largest naval base in the world there, and we got to be very concerned because on a day that it rains, half of the streets in Norfolk, Virginia will be flooded. So people understand this is real, it's happening, they experience it every single day. But the other positive part is a record amount of job creation, 77,000 energy efficiency jobs in the last 3 years. Think of that. Now, we're a state of 8.5 million people. We have less than 2,000 people today that work in the coal business. And what I'm saying is we can replace all of those lost jobs in coal with high-paying, clean energy, energy efficiency jobs.
That you can, but can you replace them in those communities with those types of jobs? Because that's an issue, isn't it? I don't know if there's any communities, coal communities in America, where they're all now producing solar panels or doing some kind of services job.
But well, first of all, these 77,000 energy efficiency jobs are spread throughout the state. And my community colleges in the rural communities in Virginia, it's not just coal, it's textile, it's furniture, it's tobacco. All of those regions have had a renaissance of new businesses coming in. When I talk about unemployment dropping from 5.4 to 3.7, the lowest we've had in 9 years, every rural community has seen their unemployment rate drop because we've brought in new businesses. We can bring in advanced manufacturing. But you're right, we've got to get that solar manufacturing out of China. We've got to get it to America. Cheap energy, we can do this, we can compete with China, and that's really the next step. But solar panel installation, I mean, my community colleges now are teaching it. We have thousands of jobs that are open in this space today.
So is coal bad for communities?
Is coal bad for
communities?
Well, I wouldn't say coal is, it's part of our culture in Southwest Virginia. The point I try to make is with natural gas and the price of natural gas today, coal's not coming back no matter what Donald Trump says. And I'm angry at President Trump for giving these people false hope. Natural gas, the market has shifted. Major utility companies are all shutting their coal facilities down and turning them into natural gas facilities. That's just a market-based. It has nothing to do with Barack Obama or all the other things that get spewed out there. Donald Trump is not bringing coal back, and I hate to see people giving false hope. You want real hope, work with us. We're leaning in on clean energy jobs, and that's the future.
The American delegation or the American government, the White House, the Energy Administration, they're bringing a delegation of executives, coal executive, to the conference. They're going to be running a panel discussion tomorrow. What do you think? What's your read on it? What do you think they hope to achieve? What's the political strategy?
Well, that's a good point. So the White House is bringing them over.
Yeah, the White House and I think the EPA together. No, sorry, the State Department.
So I just find this fascinating. So they're going to bring over the coal executives.
You know the event. There was the event I'm talking about.
No, for tomorrow, no.
Okay, so there's a Peabody coal exec. Yeah. It's the U.S. Energy Administration. There's going to be what's his name from the White House, Trump's climate advisor, and they're all going to do a panel tomorrow. And it's going to be pretty provocative. I imagine there's going to be protests. I don't understand. I don't know if you've got a read on what they want out of coming here.
I guess they're going to try and talk about the assets of coal, I guess, fossil fuels, I guess is the only thing I can think of. But, they sent a very small delegation from the White House, smallest we've ever had. The U.S. Pavilion, which was always provided for the U.S. government, no funding this year. It had private folks had to step up to the plate and do it. So here's the White House reducing their commitment here, and yet they're encouraging the fossil fuel companies to come over. First I've heard it, I don't find it baffling. There's nothing this Trump administration does anymore that shocks me.
Governor, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you.